Hi! In this tutorial, I will walk you through how to complete the Grade Setup Wizard. To access the Grade tool, click Grades in the navigation bar. If this is the first time you've accessed the Grade tool within a course, you will be prompted to complete the Grade Setup Wizard. This Setup Wizard is a set of 7 steps that will walk you through the different settings of your gradebook. To begin the Setup Wizard, scroll to the bottom of the screen and click the blue Start button. The first step of the Setup Wizard is to choose a grading system. You have 2 options to choose from. You can either have a weighted gradebook or a points-based gradebook. Please review your syllabus and course assignments and the examples found here to decide which grading system would be best for your gradebook. You can always come back and change these settings later. However, try to do it before you begin entering grades. After you've selected what grading system will best fit your course, click the Continue button to move on to the next step. In Step 2, you will decide how you wish your final grade to be released. In this step, there is again 2 options. You can choose for the calculated final grade to be released or the adjusted final grade to be released. The calculated final grade is what D2L calculates based off of all of the settings you have created in your gradebook. The adjusted final grade is what you will modify and manually adjust before releasing to students. By clicking Automatically Release Final Grade, you are allowing the system to automatically release the final grade. Click Continue. Step 3 is how you wish to treat ungraded items. You have the option to drop ungraded items or treat ungraded items as 0. By dropping ungraded items, D2L will not give a score to any items in your gradebook that you have not put a score in for. This means as you enter grades, D2L will only calculate the score based off of those grades. If you wish to treat ungraded items as 0, D2L will put an automatic 0 in for every item of your gradebook. This also causes the student to have an F from the very first day of your course, because everything is marked as a 0, even if the student hasn't attempted the score yet. We recommend dropping ungraded items. However, please keep in mind if a student doesn't do something, you must manually put in a 0 so that that score is counted in the student's final grade. As always, it's good to have things automatic, so keep this auto update box checked. Click Continue when you're ready to move on. In Step 4, you will choose the grade scheme. You will find that the default scheme is always selected. To preview this default grade scheme, click the preview icon. Here you can see the default grading scheme. If you would like to create a custom scheme for your course, you can do that by going to the Grade Schemes window here. For now, let's continue on. Step 5 is how your gradebook is viewed. It is default to have 2 decimal places displayed. You can change this if you wish, but we recommend keeping it at 2. Continuing on to Step 6. Step 6 is the settings of how your students will view their gradebook. From here, you can choose from different settings that you wish for your students to be able to see. It is default to have all of the options checked, to also display only 2 decimal places, and only 15 characters of the name of the item. Check this last box if you wish for students to be able to see how their grade was calculated. Click Continue to finalize the setup. Step 7 is your grade setup summary. Here you can see all of the different options that you have chosen during this setup wizard. From here you can go back and review your options or click Finish to apply these settings. After completing the setup wizard, you'll be prompted to create your gradebook. If at any time you wish to change the settings of your gradebook, you can either go back to the setup wizard and go through the steps once again, or you can access the settings by going to the Settings menu. Here you will find the same settings that we walked through in the setup wizard. Personal display options is how you see the gradebook. Org unit display options is how your students see their gradebook. And calculation options is how your gradebook is set up to be calculated. To apply any changes made here, click Save and then Close. With your gradebook settings complete, you're now ready to create your gradebook.